Hi, Iona here at Wren House Studio, and this is our first of three videos, short videos, to open the east gate of the spring equinox, inviting us into the new natural circadian feminine year that begins with the Aries cycle and ends next March with the Pisces cycle. So we're looking at the opening of a new 90-day period, 12 weeks ahead. Blank canvas, clean slate, raked garden, ready for us to plant the seed vision that is going to open us up to our clearest creative focus for the 90 days ahead. I'm very excited to share these three short videos with you, each offering us a video prompt so that we can be engaged and begin to get the energies flowing into and through the east gate into the new natural circadian feminine year. What does that mean, a natural circadian feminine year? Well, for most of us, we spend our time focused on the kitchen calendar and our date books and a linear system of working with time. There's millions and millions of ways to investigate time management from that perspective. Here at Wren House Studio, for over 30 years, we've been looking at how to work with a more circular, circadian, natural, and therefore feminine kind of being way of giving birth, of midwifing ourselves into different sections of a natural year. The first section of the natural year is on the natural circle of the wheel, is actually winter, from winter solstice over to spring equinox. But at spring equinox, everything starts out with Aries. There's a spark, we want to get going, there's more daylight coming, and it's time for us to sort of move out of the gate. So with that in mind, we want to be engaged. We want to be thinking about ways to be our doing. So rather than the kitchen calendar and the linear way of looking at time, we spend a lot of our focus over the fall and the winter deepening into and allowing ourselves to regenerate, rejuvenate, hibernate, reconnect, recreate ourselves, so that here at the East Gate we're kind of ready. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So our first journal prompt of our 3 days of journal prompts as we move through the East Gate is to plant a clarity seed for the adventure. A seed adventure. Just imagine what the next 90 days are going to offer you if and when you allow yourself to clarify your focus. Now, this doesn't have to be heavy. This does not have to be intense. This does not have to be in any way something that makes you feel like, oh no, one more thing for me to have to do. As a matter of fact, as our part of our journal prompt today, the easiest way to get going is to sort of celebrate that you and I and we and everyone has the option and the opportunity to get our hand in there, to create our life by hand. So here's a little journal prompt. First is to clarify your seed vision. Just kind of play around in your journal. Ask yourself some questions. Get engaged. What do I want to have come of these next 90 days? What is even the next month in my life for? Let me clarify a seed vision. It might be an idea, an invention, an approach. It might be a relationship. It might be a challenge. There might be finances. There might be health issues going on. It can be anything that you would like to get creatively engaged with. And the first step is to gain some clarity around what's the vision, what's the seed vision for my next 90 days. Once that's accomplished, or you can switch these around if you choose to, but next, you can just take your hand and trace around your hand and make it into a talisman, a shamanic hand, a way that you allow yourself to appreciate and celebrate and illustrate what your hand can bring forth into your life over the next 90 days. So we're thinking about being creatives, obviously. We're thinking about being shamanic. We want to be engaged in a sense of being well, of being whole, of being hardest, working from our own heart. So this is our first of 3 short videos engaging that approach as we step through the East Gate into the new creative energy year. It's circular. We go from Aries all the way around through the 4 quarters of the year, and we end up again at the spring equinox again next year. And how fantastic it is to imagine that we're spiraling, that it's a spiral dance. It isn't a gotta get there, gotta make it happen. It's not a rat race, it's a graced pace. So everything we do here at Wren House is around the idea of it is possible to create progress without pressure, and it's really about time for each of us to find our own way in which to do that. And so I love to share with you these prompts and these ideas and these inspirations so that together we can each mine the gold of being the truest me that we can each be. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our second prompt in our journaling for the 3 first days of the spring equinox and the opening of the East Gate into an idea that we clarify and that we clarify and that we allow ourselves to engage by finding a connection to our own shamanic healing handwork in our own life, however that's going to look for each of us as the gardeners of our own life. Sending you much love and looking up. See you tomorrow.